Hello sim racers and welcome on the Sim Racing Belgium YouTube channel. Today we're gonna do something different, no racing, no review. It's kind of a review, but it's more like an instruction video, because today we are gonna convert this Thrustmaster open wheel add-on. We're gonna convert it to USB and we are gonna add a energy type quick release, so we can use this steering wheel on the Camus direct drive we received and reviewed earlier. Now, in order to convert this steering wheel to USB, we're gonna need a conversion kit, and for that I contacted the guys of Sim Racing Coach, the guys from Spain. They were so kind to send me one of their kits. And I must say I'm very impressed with the build quality of it. It's all metal, so I'm sure it's gonna hold up well from the direct drive forces. So I'm very pleased to see that it's very well built. Now we're gonna have to desolder the ground wire on the original and then remove the GST, but for the rest it's gonna be easy to install this conversion kit. They also gave me this intermediate adapter set. Why? Because otherwise you cannot screw in the quick release to this one, because the it's impossible to do this, because you cannot enter the holes from the bottom. So you're gonna have to put an adapter on this side and an adapter on this side and then screw the adapter together. Now to begin with, we're gonna have to disassemble the Thrustmaster wheel, and it's gonna be easy. We're gonna have to remove only 3 screws to do that, and it's gonna be this one, and this one, I believe. So let's do that first. I'm already gonna heat up the oh, I took the wrong one. I'm already gonna heat up my soldering iron, because we are gonna need that to desolder the ground wire on the PCB of the button plate. Now, like you can see, for me it goes a bit easier to remove the screws, because I have removed them before. I used this button plate also on a round reel, so I switched a bit around the two. So now this is loose. You can easily remove it like this. Watch out carefully, because this black wire is soldered. Now the first thing we're gonna do is remove the GST connection, and we're gonna try to do that cleanly with some pliers, but bear in mind it's very fragile and we're gonna need that connector afterwards, so don't break it or you cannot use it anymore. So that's loose. Now my soldering iron is ready, and I'm gonna try to do it as good as possible for the camera. Now we're gonna add some heat and voila, it's desoldered. Now don't put the soldering iron too far away, because we are gonna need that one again. Now, as you can see, we have removed the Thrustmaster quick release, and you can see it's exactly the same as on the conversion. So it's gonna be plug and play. I'm first gonna start by adding the GST connector, and it's a bit harder because I want to show you guys on camera. Okay, fits very snug, so you might have to put a little bit force to get it in. Okay, now the GST is connected. Now we have to solder this little black wire to this solder pad around here somewhere. Let me point it with the pliers, so the solder point is around here. It's an easy large one to solder, and I'm gonna do a left. No, I prefer my right hand to solder. So I'm gonna turn it around a bit, and then we're gonna Apply some heat and voila. It's a ground wire, so just make sure it's well connected. It might be that you have to use a bigger soldering iron. I already removed that wire once in order to install the Thrustmaster through quick release one. But the soldering wire, the solder from the factory is unleaded, and it might require some more heat to desolder. I'm looking to see what I can do here with this wire. Maybe I have to reroute it to the other side and then place it in. Yeah, that's it. So make sure you don't pinch the wire. Now the conversion kit is installed, as you can see. You just have to put in those 3 screws in order to fit it. Looks very good. Might have lost the screw. No, okay, it's here. So I have opened this wheel quite a bit, because every time I wanted to switch to a round steer, I had to open it. So this looks on very tight, so that's okay. Now we have the conversion done. This steering wheel is now ready to be used with USB. Like I said, very good quality, looks very firm. I'm gonna use one of these intermediate adapters now in order to connect it with the quick release. I think I need a bigger inbus. I hope I have the correct one. Should be this one, yes. So, as you can see, you can only screw in this way, and with this quick release, it's not. You don't have a traverse holes, so you need an intermediate adapter in order to connect them up. It's not gonna add a lot of space, but I hope it doesn't take away any of on the detail, but I don't think so. I might have just, yes, okay. Now, like I said, it's all full metal, so the steering wheel is actually going to be better than it came from Thrustmaster. I've also added a magnetic shifter mod, so it's not going to be a bad wheel if you're on a tight budget and you just ordered a direct drive. If you buy VRS, for example, and you have a Thrustmaster at home, you can also convert the Sparco wheels with it. So you can get a very nice and cheap steering wheel. Now we're gonna do the last screw. Okay, that's done. Everything looks good. I'm gonna tighten them a bit up, not too much because we don't want to ruin the threads. Now, the second part of this intermediate adapter goes on this part, and I'm gonna have to remove it from its other side, the male side. So again, same system, but with the other part of the intermediate adapter. Okay, always cross thread, so you can spread the load on every side more even and balance it more out. We're almost done. And like always, there is one screw that doesn't want to go in straight, so we have to put a bit more force on this one in order to get this in, but that's what you have with those Chinese quick releases. The tolerances are not always on point. Luckily this one didn't have any play. I tested it. I might just put this section also on the camo side because it's nice red. The other is black, but it looks nice in red. So okay, one more screw to go and then we have this side done. Okay, so this side is on. As you can see, those two parts now will fit together like this, and we're gonna need these screws for that. I'm gonna take the wheel with us and we're gonna put in the final 4 screws. I'm gonna need that bigger one for that. I would suggest to cross thread those also, cross tighten those. The final screw, and then we are ready to watch the rest of the box content, because there are some neat accessories with this. So as you can see, it was very painless to convert this one to USB. It's gotten a bit heavier now than with the plastic of Thrustmaster, but it sure feels good. And we're gonna remove this from the wire. So we have the room for it. So you get a nice long telephone cord USB wire, and you get a package with some goodies. First of all, some sim racing store in Spain, and then we get these nice stickers from Sim Racing Coach. So always very nice to see some stickers. They're little stickers with brake bias and all that, traction control, so you can put them on the steering wheel. And then we also have an extra flyer, driver 61, you might have heard from him. Now we have this nifty thing that I really like. It's in order to close this USB extension cable, to connect this one with this cable, and you do this by, I think you have to put them in first and then slot them in, and then you have a fit connection, that's a tight connection that never gonna come loose, and you can attach this part with some strips, some tightening strips to your sim rig or something else. But it's very nice to see. Also got a cable management tie, but I have plenty of those, so and I never use them seeing my rig, so yeah. Oh, the steering wheel looks nice, and I hope to test it very soon on the Camus, so let's see how it drives now.